Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are one of my subscribers, thank you very much for all your support, and if you are new here to the channel, welcome. My name is Carolina and I post videos about mindful living, general well-being as well as healthy food. In today's video I'm going to show you another traditional Mexican recipe. This one is called caldo tlalpeño and it's one of my favorites, especially on this time of the year when it's actually very cold outside. This recipe is easy and it's also loaded with vegetables. I'm going to be making it using my Instant Pot just because it's what I have, but you can also use it on the stove on a pressure cooker. Just make sure that you follow the instructions of your pressure cooker, and once it comes to pressure, then just do the exact same times that I'm going to be using it on the Instant Pot. Without further ado, let me show you how to make it.
You will need 1 courgette, a handful of green beans, 2 medium-sized corn on the cobs, 4 to 5 medium potatoes, as well as roughly 4 carrots, and 1 chayote. This caldo is traditionally made with chicken. Now, if you don't want to eat the chicken like I do, I still cook the chicken and then the broth, and at the end I just remove the meat and I just don't eat that. If you don't want to have the taste of the chicken, then by all means just skip cooking the chicken and just add water to your Instant Pot. Here I'm putting 2 chicken breasts as well as roughly half the capacity in water. I'm going to add a tiny piece of onion as well as some tomatoes. Ideally you want to use the big size tomatoes, but because I didn't have that, I just used these ones which I had available. You will also want to use some rock salt. It may seem like a lot, but there will be a lot of food going into this pot. Then crack some fresh black pepper. If you have some oregano or marjoram, feel free to add a pinch of this to the broth. It will give it a nice taste. Also, do not forget to add the sealing ring to the lid. Now close the Instant Pot and put it in the sealing position. You are going to put it in the preset setting of poultry or in the pressure cook for 15 minutes. Whilst this is cooking, we are going to move on to our veggies. Make sure that they are nicely washed, and now we are going to take the ends of the green beans, either with your hands or with a knife, and then go ahead and cut them in half. You don't want them to be too tiny, as otherwise they will just disappear in the broth. And you're going to chop up your courgette and your chayote, roughly like medium size, not too small again, just so that they don't disappear. And now the good thing with the corn on the cob is that you can actually cut them to the size that you want. They don't have to be too big if you have little children, so cut them at the size that you roughly want them. Now peel your carrots and cut them in discs, not too small. Peel your potatoes and cut them roughly the same size as your carrots. You can reserve the potatoes in some cold water just so that they don't brown. We are also going to need 1 vegetable stock cube, or it can be chicken stock cube if that's what you want to use. Now once the pot has finished and the pressure button has gone down, you can open the lid and carefully remove the chicken. Be gentle when you take it out, because otherwise it can just split and then just splat some of that hot water on you. Once it's still warm, make sure that you shred it. You can use 2 forks and then just go ahead and do this. Otherwise you can also use your standing mixer if that's what you want to use for this. And once it's done, just reserve it on the side until it's ready to be used. We're going to add the vegetable stock cube into our pot. Don't add any more water at this point. Just go ahead and put all your veggies in carefully, as the broth is very hot. So once you put them all in, then is that you are going to be able to check if your pot will require more water. It might actually be that you need to remove some of it to ensure that there's enough gap so that it can come into pressure and actually doesn't splat all the water through the valve. So here, as you can see, I had to remove some of it. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't seem too much water there. The vegetables will release quite a lot of liquid, so at the end it will be fine. So just go ahead and remove some of that water so that it comes to the maximum level. Now put the lid on again, make sure the sealing ring is on, and put it in the sealing position. This time we're going to pressure cook it for 5 minutes. Once it's done, just do a quick release, and here I am using chipotle chilies. These come in adobo sauce and you can find them in Mexican grocery shops. So once the bulb has gone down, open the lid, and now we're going to start dishing up. I am using Mexican rice. I have the recipe of how to make it in my channel, so I'll leave you the link above. And now just put some of that rice on a plate and start putting some of those vegetables. And then you can decide if the dish is for someone that wants meat, then you can put some of that shredded chicken on top, and if not, then you can just omit it. You can make this dish vegan by omitting the chicken at the beginning, so just add all of your vegetables alongside the tomato, onion and salt, and then just pressure cook it straight away for 5 minutes. You will also want to ensure that the stock cube that you use is made of vegetables and not of meat. Traditionally we have this with corn tortillas. Again, I also have a recipe of how to make this, so make sure you click on the link above so that you know how to make them and enjoy this traditional dish. Now we put some slices of avocado, some of that chipotle chili, and also squirt some lime in it. Here it is. I hope that you enjoyed this recipe and you managed to give it a try. That's all from me today, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this recipe, and I'll see you in my next video. I am Karenina. Stay strong, healthy and happy.